What if I told you there was once a prison, so feared that even America's most dangerous criminals never wanted to go there, surrounded by freezing water, powerful ocean currents, and complete isolation? It became known as the Rock. This is the story of Alcatraz, and why, more than 60 years after it closed, people are talking about it once again, long before it became America's most famous prison. Alcatraz was a small rocky island in San Francisco Bay. In the 1850s, the US military built a fortress there to protect the city. Soon, the island became a military prison. But everything changed. In 1934, America was struggling with violent crime. Gangsters, bank robbers, and organized crime were spreading across the country. The government needed one place for the prisoners considered too dangerous for any other prison. That place was Alcatraz. From the moment prisoners arrived, life became brutally strict. Every inmate had only 4 basic rights: food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. Everything else had to be earned. The prison cells were tiny. The rules were unforgiving. Silence was common. Escape seemed impossible. Cold water surrounded the island. Strong currents could pull swimmers far out into the Pacific Ocean. Many believed sharks made escape impossible. Although sharks were rarely the real danger, the freezing water usually was. Some of America's most infamous criminals served time here, including Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and Alvin Karpis. Yet none of them made Alcatraz legendary. Its greatest mystery came from 3 ordinary prisoners. In June 1962, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin spent months digging through their cell walls. Using homemade tools, they secretly created an escape route. One night, they climbed through the prison, reached the roof, built a homemade raft, and disappeared into the darkness. When guards checked the cells, the prisoners appeared to be asleep. But they weren't. They had left handmade dummy heads on their beds to fool the guards. Despite one of the biggest manhunts in FBI history, the 3 men were never found. Did they drown? Or did they become the only prisoners to escape Alcatraz? No one knows. And that mystery still fascinates millions of people today. Ironically, Alcatraz didn't close because someone escaped. It closed because it was too expensive. Every meal, every gallon of fresh water, and every supply had to be delivered by boat. By 1963, the government decided keeping the prison open simply cost too much, so Alcatraz closed forever. Today, the island has become one of America's most popular tourist attractions. Visitors walk through the empty prison cells, hear stories from former guards, and imagine what life was really like inside the world's most famous prison. But every so often, the idea of bringing Alcatraz back returns to public debate. Some believe it could once again symbolize tough law enforcement. Others believe its greatest value is preserving its history. Whether it ever reopens or remains a museum forever, one thing is certain: Alcatraz became far more than a prison. It became a symbol of fear, justice, isolation, and one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. And perhaps that's exactly why The Rock still captures the world's imagination. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to History Behind Today, because every place has a history worth discovering.